Jenny was a 22-year-old girl who loved to travel and explore new places. Since she was a child, she enjoyed looking at maps and reading about faraway cities, and London was always her favorite. She dreamed of visiting the city one day to see famous landmarks like Big Ben, Tower Bridge, and Buckingham Palace. One day, she shared her dream with her best friend, Anna. Anna encouraged her to go, saying it was the perfect time for an adventure. Inspired by her friend's words, Jenny decided to make her dream come true. She started planning her trip, making a list of things she needed to do, such as booking a flight, finding a place to stay, and preparing her passport and other important documents. Her parents were very supportive and reminded her to stay safe. Jenny saved money from her part-time job and got a travel card to use for expenses in London. She also planned to buy a local SIM card to stay in touch with her family and friends. The night before her trip, she packed her clothes, toiletries, and documents, making sure everything was ready. The next morning, Jenny woke up early, had breakfast, and headed to the airport with her parents, who wished her a safe and fun trip. The flight to London was long, but she kept busy by reading, listening to music, and watching a movie. When she finally arrived, Jenny felt excited to see the city she had dreamed about for so long. She took a taxi to her hostel, which was small but cozy, and met other travelers who shared their stories. On her first day in London, Jenny visited Big Ben and was amazed by how impressive it looked in person. She walked to Tower Bridge, took pictures, and admired the view. Then she visited Buckingham Palace and watched the changing of the guard ceremony. Later, she relaxed in Hyde Park, enjoying the fresh air and peaceful surroundings. For lunch, she tried fish and chips at a local cafe, and loved tasting the traditional British dish. After lunch, she explored the British Museum and spent hours learning about history. At the end of the day, she returned to the hostel feeling tired but happy. The next day, Jenny went on more adventures. She rode the London Eye, where she saw the entire city from above and took many photos. She visited Covent Garden, watched street performers, and enjoyed a sandwich at a cafe. Another day, she explored Camden Market, a lively place with many stalls selling clothes, jewelry, and souvenirs. She bought a few items to remember her trip and even found a new dress she liked. Every day in London was exciting for Jenny, filled with new experiences and beautiful sights. She loved meeting people from different places and trying new foods. Her trip to London was everything she had hoped for, and she felt proud of herself for making her dream a reality. Jenny knew this journey would always hold a special place in her heart, as a time when she followed her dreams and explored the world. Jenny had an exciting day when she visited Borough Market, a famous food market filled with delicious dishes from around the world. She sampled different foods and bought a tasty sandwich for lunch, along with a refreshing fruit juice. In the afternoon, she went to Oxford Street, a busy shopping area with many big stores. Jenny walked along the street, enjoying the lively atmosphere, and did some shopping, buying clothes, shoes, and gifts for her family and friends. For dinner, she went to a pub to try traditional British food. She ordered shepherd's pie, a hearty and delicious dish, and ended her meal with sticky toffee pudding, a sweet dessert that she loved. After dinner, she walked back to her hostel feeling happy and satisfied with her day of exploring, shopping, and trying new foods. The next morning, Jenny started her day with breakfast at the hostel and met other travelers. She decided to join a walking tour of the city, where she met people from different countries and learned about their cultures. The tour guide took them to famous landmarks like the Tower of London, St. Paul's Cathedral, and the Shard, sharing interesting stories about each place. Jenny enjoyed the tour, made new friends, and had lunch with some of them at a nearby cafe. In the evening, she attended a movie night at the hostel, where she talked to more travelers and enjoyed their company. The following day, Jenny decided to explore beyond London and took a day trip to Cambridge. The train ride was comfortable, and she enjoyed watching the countryside pass by. In Cambridge, she explored the beautiful university town, visiting old colleges and libraries that inspired her with their history and architecture. She walked through the peaceful botanic garden, enjoying the fresh air and resting on a bench before taking the train back to London. That evening, she shared her experiences with her hostel roommates, who also talked about their own day trips. Throughout her trip, Jenny faced some challenges but also had many fun moments. One day, she got lost in the city but found her way back with the help of a kind local. Another time, she got caught in the rain without an umbrella and had to wait it out in a warm cafe with a cup of hot chocolate. She learned to be prepared for the weather and always carry a map. Some of her favorite memories included trying a delicious scone from a famous bakery, attending a lively music festival where she danced and made new friends, and visiting a local market where she tasted different foods and bought handmade crafts. She also watched a play at a famous theater, which left her amazed by the performance. Navigating London's public transport system was tricky at first, and she occasionally took the wrong bus, but with the help of friendly locals, she soon figured it out. One evening, she joined a ghost tour and heard spooky stories about haunted places in the city, which was both scary and exciting. Jenny also faced a moment of panic when she lost her phone on the tube, but with the help of station staff she was able to recover it and felt relieved. One of the funniest moments of her trip was trying to speak with a British accent, which made everyone at the hostel laugh. On her last morning in London, Jenny packed her bags, checked out of the hostel, and took a taxi to the airport. As she rode through the city, she took one last look at the sights and felt a mix of sadness to leave and joy for the wonderful memories she had made. At the airport, she reflected on her trip while waiting for her flight, bought a few last-minute souvenirs, and thought about the stories she would share with her family and friends. During the flight home, she talked to other passengers about her adventure, and when she finally arrived, her family was eager to hear all about it. Jenny showed them the souvenirs and photos, sharing stories about the landmarks, food, and friends she made. Her family was proud of her for following her dream and exploring a new city on her own. Jenny felt grateful for their support, knowing it had helped her achieve this amazing experience. Her trip to London had been everything she dreamed of, an adventure full of learning, growth, and joy. As she looked back on her journey, Jenny realized she had become more confident, independent, and open to new experiences. London would always hold a special place in her heart, and she felt excited about future travels and the many adventures that awaited her.